I'm an addict for sneakers.
Sneaker addicts, what's good? What's good? It's your boy Delz back with a brand new episode. Checking out these Paul George PG1 Nikes. Man, I didn't realize how crazy these were until I seen them in person. I liked what I seen as far as images, but in person, this shoe is bananas. If you're thinking about copping these, I'm going to tell you straight off the bat, I recommend them. They are super dope. Something you're going to be able to wear on the court, off the court. Really impressed. I'm really impressed. I like when I see a first model from a brand like even Nike, who's huge, who does their thing, and it's just fire. With that said, let's get up close. You got mesh and fuse on the toe. Little boo-boo right there. And then you have your strap, as you can see. Then you have a nubuck in black, which is really nice. Nice materials. You've got this iridescent, like, swoosh that's silver. It just looks so dope, man. Really dope. Speckle on the midsole. And you got these numbers here. I don't know what it stands for. If you know, leave it in the comment box. Please, let me know. I have no clue. I'm going to keep it 100. I don't know. And we'll take a look at the outsole. Now, it's got that iridescent look like we've seen on the All-Star Jordan 1 and 6. And then it's got his logo in the middle. And you see you got your zoom unit. Just looks really nice, man. I heard the traction's really good on them, too. And there's a look at the pull strap. It's got that same kind of look like on the swoosh with your 13. Number 13 for his jersey number right there. And looking right there on the ankle, you have a swoosh again, same kind of look. As far as the fit, I hear true to size. This isn't my size, I'm just having the opportunity to shoot for you guys. So I'm just letting you guys know, true to size I'm hearing. And you've got your fly wire right there, as you can see. Check it out. And then we'll take a look at the toe, fuse and mesh, as I was saying. You got your strap, oval laces, and I love the logo right there. You see the P and the G and the 13 also. Real cleverly done. Inside you have a signature, kind of reminds me of the KDs. And there you go, close-up HD look at the shoe. Once again, I highly recommend them if you like how they look. I am very impressed. I love the fact that I actually used real materials and not just like synthetics all over it. Even if this nubuck is a synthetic, at least it's got that vibe. Like it's like, you know, a real leather. And I like that, man. I miss seeing that on shoes on new models instead of just seeing mesh and fuse and knitted uppers and da-da-da. Like, I like seeing some new shoes that have nubuck and leather. I could appreciate that. Like on the Hardens, the Harden Volume 1, you can see actual leather on some of the models. And I appreciate that so much. So keep doing that, brands. We like that. Us people that are into sneakers, we like that, you know. I think it's really important that brands release shoes that we can actually wear off the court and not just on the court. This is a perfect example. In my opinion, this is definitely something you could wear off the court, especially now it's getting warm out. I know it's kind of crazy how warm it's been for February. You know, it was like 70 degrees yesterday. Super duper nice. But let me know what you think of them. If you hate them, if you think they're ugly, tell me, Delz. I think these shits are ugly. They're horrible. Let me know. I'm not trying to convince you to like the shoe. Let me know how you feel. And I'll put more information in the description box below on these shoes if you're looking for that. Also, let's take a look at these grade school. I know it's not men's. Unfortunately, I don't have my hands on the men's version. But we got the grade school Air Jordan Alternate 6 that we'll be releasing in a couple of weeks. I just wanted to show you guys this since it was right next to me. And in my opinion, I really like these a lot. I think they're pretty dope in person. I didn't know if I was going to really dig the colorway as much as I am. I think it's really nice. I like the materials, nubuck, leather with perforations. Let's get up close. As you can see, you've got a gray, light gray in nubuck, and then you got a perforated white leather right there. And I dig them. It's as simple as that. You got your air unit right there, as you can see. Check it out. There's a look at the back. Your spoiler representing the Porsche. You got your 1991, and you have your Jumpman Air stitched in on the back. All perforated. Do you see that? And as far as the fit, I recommend going true to size on Air Jordan 6s. Bird's eye view on the toe going up. You've got your flat laces, your lace cover in neoprene, your lace lock, and your tongue right there. That rubber tongue I love. And just a quick look, wanted to just show you this. Why not? Some of you guys are going to dig it, even though it's grade school. I know there's a lot of kids that watch the show. And let me know what you think of this colorway. Are you a fan of it or are you not? Me personally, as someone who loves the Jordan 6, if you don't know, the Jordan 6 is my favorite shoe of all time. I like to own them all just because I love them so much. I actually really like this colorway. But let me know what you think of these. And of course, let me know what you think of these right here. The Paul George PG Nikes that are out now. And I think they're fire. I'm pretty sure the price point is $120. Just to let you guys know. And that's it for today's episode. I did a really dope podcast I really would like you guys to check out. I'm actually just going to attach it to here right now so you can listen to it. I'm going to play half of it. And then if you like the rest of it, there'll be a link somewhere where you can check it out. So listen to it. Enjoy. Thanks for watching today's episode. Thumbs up, please. It helps the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And let's get into that. Welcome to a brand new podcast. If you didn't listen to the last podcast, I'll have info in the description box. Please do so. First thing I want to speak about definitely is the loss of Ivan Koloff, George the Animal Steele, two legends in wrestling. Man, I remember watching them as a kid and loving them, and especially George the Animal Steele. Like, I didn't realize what a big fan I was until hearing he passed, because, you know, I haven't seen him around, you know, lately. Like, you know, he's not in WWE. We don't see him. But when I heard the news, it just brought me back, like, in a time machine, back to when I was a kid and watching, like, the feuds with Macho Man and him grabbing Elizabeth and all that and eating the turnbuckles. He used to eat the turnbuckles and take the stuffing out, and Vince McMahon would be commentary and just going crazy, and it was just amazing, man. He was really one of a kind. I have some great footage of me at the New York Wrestling Hall of Fame, which is no longer there anymore, but I have crazy footage of all this, like, George the Animal Steele memorabilia, and I'm definitely aiming to post that in the next, like, 48 hours on my YouTube channel, The Delz Show. It won't be on the Sneaker Addict channel. It'll be on The Delz Show. So if you're not subbed to The Delz Show, subscribe there. If you're not subscribed to the Sneaker Addict, please subscribe there too. And hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you're notified as soon as I post a video. Now, we're going to get right to Q&A. And it's going to be kind of rapid fire because I'm a little pressed for time, unfortunately. I just had a bunch of stuff that came up, and I got to get this done before the weekend's over, everything. But I promised the podcast I'm going to hit you with something, definitely. Now, we're going to start with K. Gibson. What do I think about Jordan Brand slowing down the releases? They need to. A new retro every week is ridiculous, them releasing that. Next, we got from Aaron. He writes, if Jordan Brand said they were going to make one Jordan 1 through 31 in one particular colorway, what would you choose? Definitely a UNC colorway, like the Pantones. I love that. I really love that colorway. Next, we got from Jay. He writes, what is my favorite material to see on an Air Jordan 6? I like tumbled leather with full grain leather, or nubuck with leather. That's my favorite. Tony writes, what was your reaction when you heard your name on Don Tony and Kevin Castle's show, the intro? I loved it. That intro I actually produced, I put together. What happened was I was listening to one of their podcast shows. For people that don't know who the Don Tony and Kevin Castle, for people that don't know the Don Tony and Kevin Castle show, they're a wrestling podcast, which I absolutely love. I've been listening to them for 5 years, if not longer, and it's more than just wrestling. They talk about current events, two guys in their 40s to 50s, I think, and they're a bunch of Italian New York guys. You know, they got that real, like, New York Italian swag to them, and it's a lot of fun to listen to them talk and their opinions. And Don Tony, one of the people on the show, was kind of making fun of this wrestler, Rich Swann. He's got this intro song, and he was like changing up the words, and I grabbed the actual words and I made my own remix, emailed it to him, and he loved it, so he played it on the show. It was a lot of fun to hear them play it multiple times, something that I put together for them. And I put my Nicki Minaj DJ Delz I Love You tag at the end from when Nicki had this recording she did where she was like telling me she loves me and she wants to sit on my face, which is pretty funny. If you never heard that, I'll put a link in the description box below. It's good stuff right there. Shout out to Nicki Minaj. But yeah, I had that at the end of it. And shout out to those guys. Shout out to Wrestling Soup too, with Joey Numbers and Mish. Real good people, man. I love what they do. And man, Joey Numbers and Mish, they got a funny conversation when they were talking about how Donald Trump, like as president, he had the McMahons and Triple H at the White House and in the Oval Office, and they were just talking about how funny it is, like that Triple H, out of all people, was in the White House, the Oval Office. Who would ever think you'd see Triple H at that White House? Like, and man, I was laughing my ass off. I'm gonna put a link, and it'll be like a playlist, and you should subscribe to that channel that has all that audio. You could hear when I'm talking about that remix that I did, and you could hear that audio on Donald Trump. It's really funny with Triple H. You got to listen to that and subscribe to that YouTube channel. All that will be in the description box below. Next we got from Signature Sneakers. He writes, what do I think about this year's Jordan 11? Will it be a new colorway? Definitely. It should be that red mellow colorway or